here from Team MST Negates, bringing you guys an updated version of my Phantom Knight deck profile. So I uploaded one a little bit back, and the build has changed significantly since I last played it, or last showed it. So I figured I would do an updated profile and kind of give you guys an idea of what I've been playing with recently at my locals. So I will, without further ado, leave the MST Negates Field Center up there and get right into the profile. So a lot of the ratio has stayed the same. It's just a matter of different engines being played that no longer, or that I didn't play before, or getting rid of other engines. So starting off, I like 3 Torn Scales and then 3 Tour Guide. I think these two are arguably your best starters in the deck. I've seen people cut Torn Scales to 2 just because they didn't like drawing him, but I don't mind drawing multiple copies. I think he always has a use no matter what. And then Tour Guide, it's free. It really starts plays, especially if you open the next 3 of, which is going to be 3 of the Kagamucha Knight. It's nice just being able to normal summon Tour Guide, activate Kagamucha to chain block your Tour Guide. So not only is it automatically Cherubini target, or Cherubini summoning, but again, it blocks your Tour Guide, so Tour Guide will typically resolve unless they have something like Imperm or Effect Failure, but both of which are out of the format right now, or just not played as frequently. So Kagamucha, I think, it doesn't have to be a 3 of, but I like it as a 3. It comes up way more often than not for me. Then to the actual Phantom Knight engine, I'm running 3 of the boots, 2 cloak, and then 1 of the ragged gloves. I've contemplated boosting up ragged gloves to 2, but I currently like it as just a 1 of. Again, it hasn't really come up to a point where I said, oh man, I really wish I had another copy of ragged gloves. 3 boot I think is mandatory, just being able to special itself, plus get a Spell Trap just for free. It's really solid. And then cloak pretty much gets you your boots or ragged gloves or Torn Scales, depending on what you need in your hand. And I think that's the correct ratio for the Phantom Knight monsters. And then of course still playing the BA package, and I've seen some people cut this down to just the 2, the Graph and the Seer. Personally, I like also throwing in Libic in the mix as well. Just because there are several times where I've drawn either one of these 2 in the hand, and I really would like to special them without using their effect, and Libic does just that. So there are times where I've had, say, Seer in hand, so I'll just dump Libic off of Cherubini's effect to special a Seer out of my hand. That way when I link Seer and Cherubini away for Rusty, well, Seer now gets its effect to resolve Engrave as well to bring back the Cherubini, so now have a Link 2 on field that I can use as Link fodder down the road. And then just some generic extenders. I'm playing the Speedroid engine with Terratop and Takun Tomborg. Some people I've seen don't play this as well. And I think it's personal opinion, personal preference on if you want to or not. I've opened Tomborg many a times, and it hasn't even been dead. It's either could be used as discard fodder if need be, or I am running Levier the Sea Dragon, which is a wind, so he's just a free special just after that as well. So I don't think he's dead. I think it's fine to play both of these because, I mean, if you open Terratop and either Tour Guide or Torn Scales, it's pretty much a free Nibiru proof full combo, just because you can use one of the 2 starters, whether it be starting with the Tom or a Terratop or your Tour Guide, whatever the first one is, to get 2 level 3s on board. You can just overlay those 2 into Gossip Shadow. That way you can stop yourself from getting Nibiru or other hand traps if you're worried about other hand traps as well. The other extenders, I'm just playing 2 Psychic Wielders, the Danger package between Tushinoka and Jackalope, and that's the only extenders I'm playing currently. These 2 are just free, just because if they're discarded off Torn Scales, their effect goes off. If you discard them normally, their effects will go off. So it's not bad, especially since you are playing Phantom Knight. If you discard a Phantom Knight off of their effect, no big deal. You now have Phantom Knights engraved and can use those effects as well. So I think dangers are definitely necessary, at least those two, because they're level 3. Then the last monsters I'm playing are going to be my hand traps. And so these are up to personal preference. I'm currently just running 3 Ash, and then I think the last video I had 3 Droll in the main deck, which I've replaced for 3 Ghost Spell, mainly because she's also level 3, so it has come up where I've had to normal summon her because I didn't have anything else in hand other than her, like a danger monster. So I was able to just normal summon her, special the Tushinoko, and that's Cherubini. It's also pretty good in the meta, so I don't think it's that bad to play currently. But those are the only hand traps I'm running, which 6 is not really too bad either. I would normally do spells first, but I have the traps lined up next, just because it's a little bit easier of a ratio. 3 Fogblade, just because why wouldn't you want to play 3 Fogblade? Being able to negate monsters' effects and stop them from attacking, and being able to banish it to special Phantom Knight comes up several times. I still play the 1 Shade Brigandine, just because it's an extra extender, so this has helped me get to at least 3 material Appaloosa, on top of a few other monsters on board with a Fogblade set. So I don't see a reason to cut the Brigandine yet. I still enjoy it as just the one of. And then the spells, I'm still playing my 2 Book of Moon. It's free. There's so many decks that just simply Book of Mooning whatever monster they may have on field can stop their plays. I love doing this against Virtual World when they target a monster. Well, you Book of Moon the monster that they were targeting and no longer can target said monster to use their effects. And even just going second, Book of Moon's a solid card. It baits out negates. So I will play the 2 Book of Moon, then some 1-ofs, the 1 Rhoda, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Called by the Grave, and the last one, which is the last newest edition, is the 1 Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Force. So I think the top 3 are just self-explanatory. Rhoda is a good card, Rhoda's a good card, Foolish is a good card, and Called by is all a good card. And they all do their own respective thing. And so I'm playing the Rank Up Magic because it's searchable just by having either Boots, Engrave, or you're able to also get it off of Rusty's effect. And this is what's going to get you into your new boss monster for the extra deck as well. So that is it for the main deck. It should be 40 cards. I haven't changed the rate or the number just because I like playing 40 because that's the most consistent way I can play. As for the extra deck, I'm playing 1 Link Spider just in case I get Nibiru'd, I can get rid of the token. The 1 Cherubini, one of the best cards in the extra deck. I don't play any more just because I don't really see there to be much need to do so. And its effect is also really nice just because even if it gets like Ash or whatever effect they would try to use, it's sending it as cost, so nothing's going to happen. 1 Rusty, again, one of the best cards of the deck. There's no reason you would never not play this in Phantom Knight. The 1 Flex spot I just have is Nightmare Unicorn, just because it's generic. I enjoy Unicorn. Anyone else's build, you can do whatever you want to. If you take anything out, I would at least take out Unicorn, sub it in for whatever you want as your own tech. And then Appaloosa, just a really good card, just generic, easy to make in this because you have so many level 3 extenders. And that's all for the Link lineup. And all that's left are now going to be XYZ monsters. So another flex spot that I just enjoy having is number 49 Fortune Tune. This is just because it can't be destroyed by battle, so there are times where you need this to be able to go into something, say, like AA Zeus. So I like it. Again, it's a flex spot. You can take this out. It's not necessarily necessary in your personal build, but I really like playing it in testing. The 1 Gossip Shadow, again, this is just how you protect yourself from Nibiru. I really enjoy it in the deck so far. Levia Sea Dragon, just another good extender. It's also wind, so that does come up in certain matchups where you can or not certain matchups even, but just in situations where you have the Tomborg in hand. Well, if you have Leviair, well, now you can special it. So Leviair does come up with that effect, or with Tomborg several times for me. Then I'm running 2 of the Break Swords. This is pretty much how you go into the new boss monster now instead of Dragoon. 1 copy of Raider's Knight is just good for the 1-turn kill. The 1 copy of Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. With him, you're pretty much going to summon him off of whatever you summon back with Break Swords effect, just because they become level 4s. You get Requiem, or excuse me, a Rebellion, and then that brings out Requiem with the rank up magic on your opponent's turn. And so while he has a Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon as material, he can negate monster effects as a quick effect, and then he destroys them as well. And it's not once per turn, and it's not once per chain. So I had an instance this past, I guess it's been 2 weeks now, at a box tournament where it was pretty much a chain link 5 or 6 that had popped up, and it was against a Dino player. He tried to use Misk, I used Dark Requiem, and he tried to use Misk again. I said Dark Requiem again. It's not once per chain, it's not once per turn, and he still had the Dark Rebellion underneath him, so I was able to continuously do so at least 1 more time. So the Dino player quickly scooped there because there's no way he was getting through a 3 negate Appaloosa, a Fog Blade, and then 3 negate Dark Requiem. So this is our new boss monster. I think he is extremely strong and very underrated. The new ulti print as well made me want to play it even more, so highly recommend trying it out. Dragoon is still great. I think it's a fantastic card, but there are so many situations where I would just hard draw either the fusion or one of the 2 monsters. So my attempt of not doing so was to change up the engine to where I'm no longer playing that, and I get to play 3 more hand traps essentially, instead of the fusion and the Red Eyes and the Dark Magician. So the last 2 XYZ monsters is the Arc Rebellion. So he and Raider's Knight just go hand in hand. Summoning Raider's Knight, detaching 1 rank up into Rebellion and OTK. That happened in the matchup against the same Dino player where we had another ruling issue. So Rebellion says he takes all the original attack, and my opponent was trying to tell me that Appaloosa will not give him 2400 attack because it was 3 material Appaloosa, because Appaloosa's original attack would be 0. But Appaloosa reads that its original attack is treated as however many monsters it was used to summon it times 800. So in that case, he gained the extra 2400 because of Appaloosa, because the card specifically says it gains that much, or it doesn't gain its original attack, is treated as that much, however many it is, times 800. So if you are playing this type of variant and you have that ruling pop up, you are in the right. It will gain whatever Appaloosa had as its original attack. It doesn't have 0 original attack, so stand strong in that one. And then the last card is Double A Zeus, just because we are playing in a plethora of XZs, so Double A has come up many a times just as an extra, okay, well I'm going to blow up your board since I've run out of negates on, say, Dark Requiem or something like that. And that is the lineup for my XZs. Again, the main flex spot is going to be that 1 Fortune Tune. If you don't want to play this, this is the one to cut to put something else in instead. If you are playing the Dragoon build, you could probably cut out the Fortune Tune and, well, actually no, the 2 that you would cut out for that, for the Dragoon build, I would say would be Rebellion and Requiem. You cut these 2 out for Verte, Anaconda, and Dragoon itself. It's still 15 card extra deck. So I mean, it's personal preference on which you like more, but currently I'm liking this because I'm not playing as many bricks in the main deck. And then the side I've been rocking has been 3 Draw and Lockbird. It's just good against Drytron. They can't add anything else from hand, and it's come up in other decks as well, but that's the main reason. 3 Droll, 3 Lancia. Virtual World's a thing, so I like 3 Lancia. 3 Nibiru. Combo decks are a thing as well, so it can be used in multiple different things. I was using recently the 3 Ally of Justice cycle readers. Probably would side this instead for some more back row removal. The last event I went to, I wasn't expecting as much back row as I normally do, so I decided to play that just for the Drytron matchup, which unfortunately did not pan out as well as I'd hoped, and I should have had more back row removal. Speaking of, year 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, just because it's a free destroy all the back row, so not bad at all. And the last 2 I'm playing, again, this is personal preference, is XYZ Encore. It's fun to have a virtual world player get XYZ Encore during my draw phase, because your opponent cannot respond to it, and it detaches the material from the VFD, sends VFD back to the extra deck, and then summons back whatever they had as a level lower. So now they're going to end up with 2 level 8 monsters on their field instead of the level 9s to go into VFD, and you're not getting VFD'd. And I really like it. You don't have to play this. No one ever has to play this. I think I'm probably one of the only people who do. But I think it's a fun card, and it comes up in other matchups as well. So that's been the profile for Phantom Knights. Again, this is just what I've been playing with recently. If you want, you can always, I can always try to do some more combo videos for you. In the future, if you would like to see some, just let me know in the comment section down below. If you've watched any of the previous videos, we have recently gotten an affiliate link for TCG Player, so if you're planning on buying any cards and you want to use our affiliate link, go ahead and use that link down in the description below. It helps our channel grow, lets us be able to do more content for you guys, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.